Hello, how are you? So today I'll be pruning or trimming our Asian pear tree. Preferably, you have to prune your Asian pear tree during late winter when the tree is in a dormant stage or early spring. I know I am quite late in pruning our Asian pear tree because we've been receiving heavy rains these past few days. We are on a second week of early spring. So to prune this Asian pear tree, I have to consider the 3 Ds. And the first one is damage. I have to remove a damaged branch, diseased branch, and destroyed branch. The destroyed branch is a branch that is not living anymore. Asian pear tree thrives in full sun and drained soil. Different kinds of pear trees. And this Asian pear tree has been planted for like at least 10 years by our Grandma Yoko. Have to make sure to clean or sanitize the equipment or the tools that you'll be using for pruning or trimming. I've cleaned mine. Check out these flowers. And now back to pruning. Look at this one. This is destroyed. It's not living anymore. So it doesn't have a purpose. And that's why we're cutting it. Can you see this one? This one is also destroyed. So we'll cut this. By the way, why do we need to prune our Asian pear tree? We need to prune it for a proper circulation or a good airflow so the sun can penetrate and thus it can increase our food production. Take a look at this one. This one looks like it's destroyed or not living anymore. It has served its purpose and now it doesn't have any purpose anymore. So that's why we need to remove this. Take a look at this. It's growing in the center. We have to encourage a outward facing growth. So if there is some side shoots or a side branches that grows in the center downwards, we should eliminate those because those will not be good for the health of a tree. Because if you will keep this, it will further shade the center of the tree. Thus, it will hinder fruit production. Now take a closer look of this. This side branch that's growing inside in the center of the tree. Now, further in the summertime, it will grow, then it will rub against other branches. That can cause damage to the other branch or further along the line, a disease. So we need to cut that. Now, take a look at this one. This is growing upward. And this will shade the center of the tree. We should remove this because by opening up the center of the Asian pear tree, the sunlight can be distributed well. Thus, the photosynthesis can really work its best, and at the same time, it will not cause any diseases like powdery mildew or a bad airflow will not be good for the fruits. And if you notice, it is shooting upward. We should encourage the outward facing growth, not up upward but horizontal, not vertical. That is why it is good to prune Asian pear tree during a dormant stage, because if you cut it right now, I mean, I can see a lot of fruits, these flowers, and it's sad, but it is good for the tree. And the best time to prune it really is, I keep on saying, late winter or early spring, so that the tree can bounce back quickly, especially during summertime. But don't over prune it. I will not over prune it. Have you noticed? It looks a lot better because it is not shaded anymore in the center. Oftentimes, if I cut some of the good branches, I put this in a vase. Look. Have you noticed that is called a water sprout? That is a shoot, like up there. You see that one? That upright? That is called a water sprout. A water sprout branches appears when the tree is stressed. In response to stress, a water sprout appears, and sometimes it involves a poor soil condition or overwatering, or at times environmental factors that's beyond our control. Now take a note on this one. This branch is so thin, but it's full of fruits. It will be fruits later on. This will be this is a weaker branch, and it will eventually break. That will cause a damage to the branch. At the same time, it is rubbing against each other, so I have to cut that. Plus, it's growing in the center of the tree. Have you noticed this one? The entire branch is damaged. So we will cut this. And lastly, I will cut this branch because it's going upright, and later on in the summer it will have lots of fruits. Then this branch can break, so that's not ideal to have it. I have to use a ladder so I can reach it because I'm too small. I like to keep this Asian pear tree not too high, but at least 5 or 6 feet tall. It does look better now that we have slightly pruned it. I don't want to over prune it because I like to take it slow. I can prune it after I harvested the fruits in the summer when the leaves are all in their full grown size. So you can also prune it after you have harvested during summertime. Please hit and subscribe and go to Gardening with Naomi. Have a great day.